Showtime за эту возможность. Я очень давно хотел драться на Showtime. Я мой первый бой в Вегасе, я давно хотел этого. Спасибо за эту возможность. Я сегодня стал чемпионом мира. Это всего лишь первая ступень. Я готов к новым стартам, к новым боям. Жду предложений.
Hello everyone, thank you so much for being here, thank you for your support, and it actually feels really great, you know. I'm very thankful for this opportunity to TGP, to PBC, to Al Heyman, and to everyone who's involved who gave me this opportunity. That's the only first step for me becoming a world champion. I'm looking forward for the bigger challenges. It was a long, tough year, but I'm glad to be here, and I'm really grateful to become a world champion and bring belt.
When you had the point deduction earlier in the fight, did that sort of, were you upset at that? And how did you not allow that to get out of your game plan?
Спорно не сбило, как видите, все прошло дальше, как надо было. Моя задача была сломать моего соперника, я его сломал. То, что сняли очки, я считаю, что я ударил в затылку, я думал, это был разрешенный удар, но, видимо, прошел удар за спину, и судья снял очко, он увидел, что я нарушил правила, я ничего против не имею, как должно быть.
It really didn't break, with my plans. We were expecting something like that, but I knew I had the task to break down my opponent, and for that I need to be very physical. And I didn't thought that I'd break any rules or something because I made an angle, and then throw the punch. I was behind his back, yes, but you have to protect yourself all the time, right? So that's what happened. But if referee decided that it was a point deduction, I have nothing to argue. And as you see, I did fulfill my game plan, and the fight was tough.
Yes, you did. And now we got questions from the media. If you have questions for the new WBA welterweight champion of the world, Keith Idle.
KeithIdle.boxing.com. Congratulations on your big win. Did you feel that you were wearing him down and that eventually you would stop him? And if you did feel that way, at what point in the fight did you feel that was happening?
Не только в бою с ним, моя задача в любом бою, в каждом бою сломать своего соперника. Я пришел сюда, я боксирую ради того, чтобы показывать зрелище. Зрелище для меня это кровь, пот и слезы, ломать соперника, а не боксировать с ним. Я выполнил свою задачу так, как надо было.
Not in just this fight, but in every single fight that I'm in, I'm trying to break down my opponents. That's my style. I come forward. I'm a very physical boxer. To me, boxing is sweat, tears, and blood, and that's what I'm going through in every single fight. And this fight was no difference. I needed to break him down, and I was feeling that things are going my way.
With everything that you've been through in the last 2 years, with Vespu failing the drug test and having to climb back into this position, how gratifying is it for you, your team, your family to win this world title?
Я не хочу говорить о Путине, я не хочу говорить о грязных боксерах, он для меня грязный боксер, все, кто употребляет допинг, они для меня никто. Что касается моей семьи, да, я уверен, очень рады, что я завоевал титул чемпиона мира. У меня год не было дома, я поеду домой, увижу свою семью. Еще не то, что увижу, а привезу пояс чемпиона мира домой, и я очень счастлив.
I don't want to talk about this Putin. I don't think it's worth it. But my family and all my relatives, they will be really happy for me because I've been out of, I haven't seen my kids for 1 year, and I'm happy to go back home to finally see them. My son is 2 years old. My son is 3 years old, and my daughter is 4 years old. So I haven't seen them for a whole year, and they will be really happy that I come back with a present as a world champion belt.
My last question for you, and I'm sorry to pounce on you with what's next after you just had this big win, but Boots Ennis was sitting in the seat that you were sitting in a few minutes ago. He said he would love to fight you next. I was just wondering what your thoughts are on that potentially being next for you.
Мне даже не очень хочется ему отказывать, я бы с удовольствием побил бы его, но у меня есть план, мы сейчас участвуем в турнире, я должен ждать победителя Угаса и Станиониса, чтобы за его титул WBA Супер. Если бы нет, я бы с удовольствием принял бы этот вызов, но так как идет турнир, мне надо вначале разобраться с турниром, а дальше уже моя команда выберет мне нового соперника.
To me, I don't feel comfortable to say no. You know, I love to accept any challenge, and I would love to fight him. But we have a plan, and our plan is the tournament. I need to get the winner of Ugas Stanionis. That's my plan, and I'm only looking forward to that fight. I don't care about anyone else at the moment.
Congrats on the win, joined the Las Vegas Review-Journal. Talking about that Ugas Stanionis fight, do you have any ideas of how that's going to go, and which guy would you rather see when you end up fighting for that belt?
Трудно сказать, кто победит. У Угаса хороший опыт, а Станионис очень молодой, очень сильный боец. Я с ним давно знаком. Ну, если гадать, то я думаю, скорее всего, молодость возьмет вверх и Станионис выиграет.
It's hard to predict. I don't like to predict the fights or tell something about that, but Ugas is a very experienced fighter, and Stanionis, I know him for a very long time. He's young and very strong. So if I have to choose someone, I would choose Stanionis because I think his youth and strength and power will overcome the experience.
Radzhab, congratulations on your big victory here against a very game opponent. It looked from the very beginning you were digging to the body of your much taller opponent. Was that a key to your game plan from the beginning to attack the body? Because it seemed to have slowed him down significantly.
Можете спросить моих партнеров, моих ударов в корпус. Я всегда отрабатываю удары в корпус. Это моя одна из главных задач, не только в этом бою и в любом другом. Я в первую очередь пытаюсь бить живот, а потом уже развивать дальше. У меня стиль пробивать корпус.
Yeah, and you can ask my sparring partners about those punches. We're always practicing, and people are bending a lot, you know. But that was the game plan. Obviously, he's a taller guy, and I always work to the body. That's my style. You know, I like to work to the body. That's something very natural for me. So it was a game plan.
Butaev, great win. You switched to southpaw early in the fight. How important was that adjustment, and what did it do for you in this fight?
Спасибо большое за поздравления. Спасибо за поздравления. То, что я повернулся, пришел, мы отрабатывали. Это был часть игры. Мы отрабатывали моими тренерами Джоэль Тони. Мы все вместе отрабатывали и в левше, и правше комбинации, чтобы заставить врасплох своего соперника. У нас это хорошо получилось. Спасибо моим тренерам за это.
Thank you so much for the congrats, and yes, it was our game plan. It was practicing with Joel and Antonio, switching to lefty and working those combinations. I knew that it's gonna, because not many people know that I'm righty and lefty. I'm working both fences, so I'm pretty sure that it was a surprise for him. But that was part of the game plan. As soon as we see him getting tired, we'll switch lefty and start working from there.
And coming from where you come from, you know, in Dagestan, out in Russia, we've been so blown away, not just by the ability, but the strength and will of guys like Khabib Nurmagomedov and Butaev in boxing. What is it about where you come from in that area of the world that makes you guys what you are, the fighters you are?
Потому что мы носим папахи. Не знаю, у нас реально сильные ребята, у нас во всех видах спорта, наверное, в борьбе, в ММА, в боксе. У нас сильные ребята, у нас горный режим, у нас все питаются правильно, не употребляют там алкоголь и все такое, прочее. Все ведут здоровый образ жизни, и за счет этого сами по себе дети рождаются здоровыми, сильными.
that's probably part of our culture. You know, he joked first that we're all wearing papaja, which is the hat. But he's saying probably that's all part of our culture. You know, that we don't drink, we don't use any alcohol. You know, we don't smoke. The kids from the early years, they're doing sports, wrestling, MMA, boxing, and it is true. If you look at, as you said, Radzhab Butaev and the other guys, they're all very physically strong, and that probably comes with the way they're eating, drinking, you know, and that's they're also they're living high in the mountains, you know, the high altitude. Probably that also helps them to be, you know, physically strong, and yeah, that's what it is.
And finally, what do you want to tell all the fans out there that have supported you throughout the course of your career, especially those out in Russia that I know are absolutely overjoyed by your performance, and you are the new welterweight champion of the world. Again, we have a new world champion here at 147 pounds, the undefeated Radzhab Butaev. What do you want to tell the fans out there, specifically those in Russia?
Хочу поблагодарить всех, ЛХМ, Showtime, BBC, TGB. Андрея Михайловича Рябинского хочу поблагодарить очень большое, спасибо вам за поддержку. Хочу поблагодарить Саида Дарвишевича, моего дядю, который всю жизнь верил в меня. Хочу поздравить своего тренера, Ахмеда Жанаева, моего первого тренера, который с 10 лет меня тренировал и тренирует. Я очень рад привести в мой родной Дагестан в пояс чемпиона мира. Всем спасибо за поддержку. Нас впереди ждут еще много больших тяжелых боев. Я надеюсь на вашу поддержку. Всем спасибо.
Thank you so much, everyone. First of all, I would love to say thank you to everyone who was involved in it, to Elhiman, to BBC, TGB, to World of Boxing, to Andrei Rubinsky, who really helped me with this opportunity too, to everyone who's involved, to my team managers, trainers, and I really wanted to thank my first coach Ahmed, who taught me boxing when I was 10 years old, and I've been in this sport for 20 years, and he was a really guy who started me in this sport. And to my coaches, to Joel Antonio Diaz, to all our big team, Benjamin Hernandez, conditioning coach. Thank you so much, everyone. I really appreciate it. In future, we have up and coming great fights. I believe it's going to be a hard fights. I believe it's going to be exciting fights. And I would love you guys to support me in the future. And thank you so much.
Radzhab Butaev, ladies and gentlemen, the new welterweight champion of the world. And next week we start fight week on Tuesday. The grand arrivals, Canelo, Caleb Plant next Saturday, MGM Grand Garden Arena here in Las Vegas on Showtime.